Over Nigeria, rising inflation is reported to be pushing up the cost of building materials and, by extension, housing. According to data from Nigeria's Bureau of Statistics, inflation jumped to an 18-year high of 25.8% in August, and that essentially means that building materials, the bulk of which are imported, are way more expensive. Developers are now calling on the government to address this problem, possibly by facilitating more local manufacturing of these inputs, as Ajek Mangut now explains.
Hawa Salihu is looking to rent a two-bedroom apartment in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. She says prices have risen by nearly 50% compared to last year.
I tried helping a friend last year, but people kept on showing her two bedrooms, and I think at the time it was maybe 2.5, 3 million. So I thought maybe around this time as well, we'll be able to get a two-bedroom for that amount. Unfortunately, that's apparently not the case.
Prices for renting or buying in cities like Abuja have increased by at least 40% since the beginning of this year, according to real estate firm Knight Frank Nigeria. Developers say a three-bedroom house in the city that cost about $5,000 per year in the last 2 years now goes for about $9,000. They say higher costs for building materials due to inflation and a weak naira are partly to blame.
As at last 3 weeks or 8 months, our cement was about 4,000 plus. Now the cement now is going to 5,000 plus. So imagine in 3 months' time, people that already have their building existing, structure existing, and they've put it out for rent. And you're expecting the structure should be the same way it was when it was built. It's not possible, because definitely when you look at the cost of renovation, maintenance of the property.
Experts say the government should look into manufacturing building materials locally to try to reduce the cost of construction.
Produce the building materials locally to ourselves, make use of our natural resources to produce this. We have limestones, we have some rock area that we can use for quarry, generate stone dust, generate some sound, plastering, cheap shippings for buildings. The government should look at it and make this license of having people to have access to these natural resources to create what we need.
In July, Nigeria's Raw Materials Research and Development Council said it will soon start production of building and construction materials. It says it is collaborating with private sector investors to produce materials like tiles and cement as part of measures to reduce the country's dependence on imports. And Nigerians like Hawa hope that one day that could translate into more affordable housing. Ajek Mangut, CGTN, Abuja.